Darcy Ogandaga live, how to sell your book worldwide in 2015 and beyond. Thank you so much to join me. And do not worry, look just down, just down this video, and you'll be able to ask me questions. Actually, if you have any question right now about publishing, even if you can talk about more like selling your book, what type of strategy you need to use, how to use social media, I will be so glad to answer all your questions. Okay, so I will go today give you a lot of information for the next 20 minutes. Okay, and in the next 20 minutes, when you get all this information, I want you to be able to really get into the system and understand what I'm talking about. So just little house cleaning rules. If you're watching right now, make sure that you put your phone on silence. Just get off Facebook and be extremely focused. Number one, I got a French accent, so I must like, do this guy try to speak French to me? No, I will speak in English. So pay attention to what I'm saying and make sure that if you have any questions, just go down and make sure that you leave your questions below. You will see also, I want a bonus tonight. Most of the information I will share with you is from my 12 secrets of online business. And usually it costs $197, but tonight only it's going to be $97 for 1 hour and 12 minutes. So I want to make sure that you understand that what I'm going to give you tonight is more than 10 years that I'm going to try to condense in less than 1 hour. And so because I don't really know where you are, so I really depend on your questions. If you have a friend who think that, want to write a book, or they already have a book and they try to sell it, or you say, you know what, you're not really satisfied with their sales and what's going on, invite them right now. Take the link on top, darcyogandaga.leadpages.net live #1, and send that to one of your friends so they can join us live and they can join this conversation and ask us what's going on. Okay, so I really want you to understand that how to sell your book worldwide came about 4 years ago. Actually, I was helping a friend of mine publishing his book, and they have a little problem because they didn't understand what they need to do. They spend like $14,000 on a package from a publishing company, and after 6 months, they only sold 3 copies. So one with his mom, one of his roommate, and himself. So he was very sad, almost depressed. He said, Darcy, I'm not going to give you a name of a publishing company. I give them $14,000. I saved that money, and I only sold 3 copies. What did I do wrong? And I started talking to him, and I was sharing different things, and I realized he didn't know exactly what he was doing and what was his part as an author to market his book. So I said, Darcy, nobody ever told me that. And that's when I was like, wow, maybe I need to teach on that. And then more people came up to me, and I was talking to people. I said, you know how to do that? You don't know you need to do this and that? I said, you know what? I need to release a book. And in 2011, I released that book, How to Sell Your Book Worldwide, as an MP3 file, because I didn't have time, because I knew the amount of work that you have to put to have a professional book. If you watch my webinar with Shizette a few weeks ago, is a lot of effort and money that you have to spend to have a professional book to a certain standard. I don't care if you have a GPA 4.0 in English in university. When you write a book, is different. So you need to have a different pair of eyes and different experts in their area to help you really publish a nice professional book according to the standard to the publishing industry. And so until you get to that level, you need to understand really the different things that you need to do to market your book. Okay, so let's start with a few statistics, and then I will give you some strategies, and depending on your questions below this video to ask me. Actually, you can ask me the question right now, so you will not, I'm not gonna have to wait for you. It's 10:05, so we're good in time. So you need to understand, first of all, the difference between self-publishing and traditional publishing, because sometimes it's just like people who think that the government is supposed to help you to find a job. It's like nobody will help you best than yourself. So what you do is you put yourself in a certain position for people to help you. So the same thing with publishing and especially selling your book. So self-publishing and traditional publishing. If you are not a celebrity, it means that if you're not going to give you a six-figure advance, sometime $1 million too. I know some people who got $4 million. Joel Osteen, 5 million, I believe is his book before this one. He got $5 million before he even wrote the book. So when a publishing company trusts you that much and gives you that amount of money, is because they believe that they can receive some return on their investment. So they get 90% of the profit and they give you 10%. I mean, but if you give me $5 million, I give you a book right now. I got so many books. But the average author doesn't have a privilege to have this huge type of advance, even six-figure advance, 100,000, 200,000, $500,000 is great, because when they spend that money as a business model, they have to get that money back with interest. So they need to get at least double of the money they invest in you. So when you go now to a publisher and they say they accept your manuscript, say, okay, what you do is good. They work with you. They ask you between $5,000 and $10,000. It depends. That's the minimum. That's the average. Some don't say, oh my God, but somebody said 2,500. But if you give money to someone just to help you have a decent book, is great. But the danger with that is that you will have this system and you will not really know what to do, because now that you have your self-published book, when it's time now for marketing, you're out of money. So you have a perfect book, professionally done, but you have zero money, zero strategy when it comes to sell your book. That's the most important part. It's like it's great. It's like people said that, you know what, the ceremony for your wedding is so important, but work on your marriage is it's like marketing is really what is going to really help you to go to the next level. So it's not really oh my God, I do my book publishing and my great projects and I got a few of my girlfriends or a few of my friends and coming and we have a drink and a cake and you take some picture, post on Facebook, you're happy. That's easy because your mom's gonna buy your book, your girlfriends, your friends, everybody gonna buy your book. But are you going to, yes, this is a live conference, I'm live. I see you right now. I am live. Hey, there's no pre-recorded. So if you have a question, you can ask. And people say, like, is it really live? Yes, I'm live from YouTube, just like President Barack Obama. And we're going to talk about how to do that as an author. Okay? So it's so important for you to understand that, the difference. So as a self-published author, you need to have your marketing strategy together. So let me give you some numbers now. I was taking my time to establish a foundation and not move people getting in now. So now we go straight into it, okay? We have more people coming in. So you need to know that I'm talking about worldwide, but let's talk about United States first, because United States is going to determine how you do your global strategy. Do you know there's 1 million books published in the United States every year? 1 million. Say what? Yeah, 1 million books. And about 68 to 70% of those books published are self-published books. Self-published books, sometimes people don't have a proper knowledge. For those who never heard about me, say, what this guy, you talk like you know what you're doing. I have a privilege to work when it comes to book publishing and the business of it with people like Pastor Creflo on the translation side, Pastor Bill Winston and his wife, when it comes to producing a book directly and to penetrate a foreign market from beginning to the end, all the way to the graphics and everything like that. And I also work with different people like Miles Monroe, Kenneth Copeland. I was able to translate them live and be able to interact, especially with Miles Monroe. You heard what happened. I was able to talk to him in 2005 about the power of translating his books in the French market. And we have a conversation, about that. So Whenever you see someone with so much success, it's because they have their book available in different languages. Translation is one of the strategy that most American author overlook. Why are we translating my book? You have to translate your book in different languages, especially Spanish. You don't even have to pray about it, just do it. Okay? So let me go back. 600,000 books are published every year, self-published. And do you know that the average copies that a self-published author will sell is 250 copies of his book, maximum, not a minimum, maximum. So your range is between 1 and 249. So now there's a lot of people who try to publish ebooks. Hey, I have the ebooks and let me sell it for $2. People must buy it for $2. And in your mind said that, I pray and I will sell 100,000 and you do your own matter. My book is a good book. God give it to me. I'm going to say 100,000 multiplied by 299 is $300,000. I'm going to pay my house off, pay my student loan, and go to Bahamas for 2 weeks. It sounds good. I wish it would be true, but that's way away from the reality. It's not going to happen like that because in 2015 and beyond, when was the last time you heard a regular author selling millions of copies? All those stories, the Jack Canfield, the Robert Kiyosaki, all those people sold millions of books in the 80s and the 90s. Since 2005 and the booming of Amazon, everybody's an author. My daughter was 5 years old because I know what I'm doing. I can publish a book on Amazon, a Kindle book, if I want. So it's not really about being published, but the strategy to sell your book. That's what you have to understand. That's extremely important. Okay? So when I said like 250 copies, so let me just break it down. So it means that today, we're almost at the end of the day, 2,700 books were published. And I'm giving you those numbers before I give you a strategy to understand, what's going on in the industry you want to penetrate. Extremely important, okay? 115 books an hour. So by the time you start watching this webinar and the end of this webinar, 115 books being published. So now that you know all those numbers, when you publish your book, how in the world your book will be heard or even have some type of impact when there's 1 million books published every year, 2,700 books in one day, how your book will stand out. Like if your book come out the same day as Joel Osteen book, I mean, how do you compete with that? I really want you to think about that. How you compete with something like that? So now let's go now to the strategy, because I was preparing you. Strategy. What is strategy? Now you need to understand that, okay, now I need to understand what I need to do with my book. What you need to do, you need to create a business plan for your book. First of all, you advertise your book 1 year before your book come out. People have been following me on Facebook. I've been talking about learn or die, social media training for churches. The book is done. And now it's not even a book no more, it's a course that I will release later on. But everybody already heard about that. I did webinar on that. I did Q&A on that. I interviewed preachers on that worldwide. So now I have more than enough, not only information and buzz. So when I release a book, it will sell. Or I see a lot of people on social media, oh, my book is out. Okay, I didn't even know you were writing a book. So you cannot expect people to be ready to buy. You have to prepare the people. You have to date your audience. It's like, if a lady watching now, a guy coming to you say, oh my God, you look so good. Can we go to my house tonight? You will say, this guy is a jerk. You will slap him or curse him out. That's the same thing that people try to do in business. They try to announce themselves and try to conclude on the first transaction. It's not happening like that. You have to give. You have to give, then you ask. You give, then you ask. What I'm doing now, I build brand equity. I can sell that webinar right now. I can sell that for $97 easy. I did that before. But why I'm doing that for free on Saturday night when my wife is 9 months pregnant, she can go to the hospital anytime soon. Why I take that time to do that? Because I care about you. I have passion about what I'm doing. I really want to help people because people going always take the wrong decision, and then by the time they get to me, they're $10,000 in debt. The book is, they couldn't sell the book, and now they're frustrated. And I start telling them what to do and say, "Oh, Darcy, why didn't talk to you 3 years ago?" I don't know. So that's why I said, let me do the maximum of training like that. So whoever come for free, I will answer the question to my best ability. And then if you want more details, you can get my course right now for 58 minutes for $99, what it used to cost $197. So about the 12 secrets of online business. So let's go directly. Most people I talk to, the number one strategy, they don't have a proper website. Standard website, no video, nothing. Why I'm doing a video now? I'm not doing a video to try to be cute. I'm doing a video because that's what is working. 90% of the internet traffic is video. So I have to produce video. Not any video, a video teaching. Why? Because education builds trust. The more I educate people, the more they trust me because I interact with them. So when it's time to do the transaction, it will work. That's the number one strategy. Number two, your video need to be on a schedule. Monday, you will see a new video from me. Every Monday, every week, I drop at least a new video. I've been doing that for 4 years. And with a video I produce for myself, my client now, I produce in 4 years more than 500 videos in different platforms, and English and French. So with 500 videos that I produce where I'm part of on the internet, do you know how many people calling me on a weekly basis want to do business with me? That's what we call brand equity. So as an author, you need to understand how important it is. And when I'm talking, if you have any question, don't wait for me to say like, okay, let's ask a question. Put the question below. I'm about to answer them very soon. Okay? So I want you to understand that it's extremely important for you to get that. You need to have a weekly videos that you drop on Facebook with your expertise as an author. You need to keep your book alive. Every week something happens. That book came out 4 years ago. I dropped a webinar today with the same title. So guess what is going to happen to my e-store? People will go back to my e-junkie and buy the book and the course. You see? So I keep it alive. You keep it alive. Find a way to keep your book topic alive by interacting with people. Don't just do it for the first 2 weeks and then you don't talk about it. You say, oh my God, nobody buying my book. How many people watch rerun or TV series came out 20 years ago on TV? What do you think they play rerun? You watch it already, you watch it again. It's not my first time I'm doing a webinar on how to sell a book worldwide. Maybe webinar number 4 or 5. But every time it get better. Every time I get more questions. It helps me to get sharper. Okay? So number 2, after you do your weekly videos, you do webinar twice a week or once a week or once a month. And then also video teaching, video courses, extremely important. Second strategy, podcast. If you go on iTunes store right now from your iPhone or for your iPad and you type Darcy Ogandaga, you will see I have a content university. That's another podcast. And when I publish a video, that video is transformed into a video format and go on iTunes and reach a potential of 45 million people every month on iTunes. And now you can even listen to me in your car if you have a Stitcher.com. If you buy a car in 2015, most of the car will come with this app on the dashboard where people can listen to a podcast. So I will be available, my voice will be available worldwide in New York's car in 2015 and beyond. Understand that? And we, show you how to do podcasts and all that. The number one was website. And we come back to that. You need to have a website with a video and with downloadable, so people can download the same content for your book. Your book is a book. You need to become an MP3. The MP3 needs to become an MP4. The MP4 is video. Your same book needs to be a PDF when people can download on their computer. Then it can be an EPUB, so a book that people can download on their mobile devices. Is extremely important. Okay, so that's just one book. You can also sell your book by chapters. Okay, I hope it makes sense. You can sell your book by chapters. And Fred, I got your question. I will answer to you. But Tony Robbins or Brendan Bouchard, woof, that's my favorite question. Fred, I'm coming. Give me 10 minutes. Okay? So when you have this type of things that you develop a podcast, when you develop a podcast and you have already a video from the podcast, you develop what we call audiobooks. I have one piece of equipment here. This is a Yeti Mac. It's $200 retail, sometimes $149 on Amazon. And you take that cord and you plug that cord to your computer. And this is a professional mic. We call it condenser mic. So you will sound like a radio professional with that. And you don't need really to go to a studio with an engineer who's going to charge you $200 an hour. And if an audiobook, you might spend $1,500 if you want to do it professionally. But go buy that microphone and use a software that we call Adobe Audition 3.0, who costs $300. So for $500, you can have a professional audio studio at your house. Because you need to use audio. Because sometimes people cannot do anything. You can create the content with your microphone and set it directly on iTunes worldwide and then receive a check every month. The same book. So now your book, you have an audio, you have a paper copy, you have a Kindle, you have a video. Now you're doing it. Okay? You have a strategy now. You have to be consistent and be creative. You have to build that momentum. You have what we need to call the launch formula. That's what Fred was asking me. On the internet, there is what we call the launching. Apple start with that, and then somebody named Jeff Walker start doing it online. I have another list of names in my course at the end of my course with a list of equipment that you cannot try to do business on the internet. That's why I call it the 12 secrets of online business without knowing who are the king of the internet. You need to have a king of the internet. The kings is that you try to go play basketball and you don't know who's Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, LeBron James. You just want to come and play. No, on the internet, there's people who are killing it every year. They're making billions of dollars online, and most of them you never see them on TV. So you need to know who they are, find out what they do, and then just copy the system they already established. So the launch formula is a system of 3 videos. The first video is a video when you let people know that, look, there's a problem. There's a problem in society right now. Like, let me just do a demonstration live for you. We call it multicast marketing. So I come into you and say, there's a problem. You want to publish a book. You want to sell a book, but you don't know how to market yourself online. You don't know the strategy. I got 5 ways I will show you exactly how to whip up, how to change this problem. I had this problem before, but now we show you exactly how to get out. Okay? So this is the type of problem that you will encounter. And people say, oh my God, this is crazy. That's the first video. It can be 10, 15 minutes. Second video, this is the solution. You have to do a video, you have to do a podcast, you have to have a structure, you need to be consistent, you need to be you need to have a social media marketing. And then the third video, now I will let you know how you can do what I told you in video 2 and why you need to do it like I told you in video 1. And this is a package I have for you to offer you today, who's going to fix all this problem. This is how exactly we're going to do it. And today we have a special offer. That's almost what I'm doing now. I'm doing in one video. That's a strategy. Most people, you have to pay sometimes $700 just to have a basic information. That's what some people sometimes, I want you to understand when you see my price. There's nobody on the internet will give you the type of knowledge I'm giving to you for that price. Impossible. Impossible. It will not work. And I did that on purpose to give you the price of the best of the best. Just 3 guys. Brian Tracy, if you don't know about him, is course to help you to that type of publishing. His minimum price is $697. Mine is $197. I already went to his course. So you can get it from me from $197 to $97. Brendan Bouchard, my mentor right now, I'm taking his course right now. The minimum of his course most of the time is $1,000. For the first time this year, he dropped his price to $500. He was very generous. And he make about $50 million a year sometimes. I mean, excuse me, in the last 4 years. So you make at least $10 million every year on the internet, 10 million minimum, every single year. Brandon Bouchard, $997. So if you don't have $997, at least you have that. Okay, and Fred, I see all your questions are coming. Mike Connings, that's one of my mentors also. I went to some of his live training. His courses start at $2,000. Jack Canfield, Chicken for the Soul, 500 million copies worldwide. He can teach you what he knows, but it's $2,000. So I already went to those courses of those guys. They're my mentor. I watch everything they do, all you invest. Now I condense that information and I put the top of what I know. And now I'm saying, you know what? For all those prices that you cannot get, so let me bring my price down because I know how much it costs and give it to you for that much. Yes, you know Grand Twist is expensive. Yeah, exactly. So I need to break it down for some people. And I'm talking to Fred now, this thing is live, because people need to understand that when I give a price, it's just not a random price. It's priced according to what's going on in the industry to make sure you can access some type of this knowledge, because I went to those courses. Okay? Yeah, I really want to help you. So now, you're about to answer all the questions. Now, what I want you to do, when I talk about those strategies that you have to do, the last one is social media application. Social media application, it means that most people, they have a regular page and they post on Facebook, and your friends, they're not necessarily your client. Number one, they know you and say, we're going to give you $10. We're going to give $10 to McDonald's before they give it to you. I mean, I know this is harsh, but everybody will ever try to produce something and think that friends and family are going to help them. They say, oh my God, it's just $10. There's no urgency. They know you, so it's not going to happen. They know you. So I don't know, that's fine. Okay? So you need to understand they are not your client. So now you need to spend at least, say, oh my God, yeah, $200 a month on Facebook advertisement. You have to do it. And some people, they think like, social media is free. It's not free. If you think that your time and Facebook advertising is not important and your friend will make you rich, it will not happen. You have to target the people who need what you have according to the information that Facebook will give you. That's how you're going to make it happen. Okay? It's so crucial for you to have that. So you have to use your Facebook professional page and now target people by countries. That's what I talk about worldwide. People who speak English and who like to buy content are people in UK, Australia, South Africa, and Nigeria. Those 5 countries, you put the age between 25 and up. It depends on what you try to sell. And you have to market them for at least a month, $50 a week, $200 a month to get some type of result. With $200 a month, it depends on how many people you have in your professional page. And then you will reach a certain audience, a few thousand. Like somebody like me with $200, I can reach 40 to 50,000 people. Easy. So you need to understand how important it is. But when I started back in 2009, when nobody was doing it, with $5, I used to reach 100,000 people. And that's the thing. You have to use things early. You have to use stuff early. If you don't use it early, it's like, oh my God. So it's extremely important for you to understand that. So if you don't use those strategies, I just give it to you, and you think that Facebook is free, and you just post your friend, you tag your friend. When you tag your friend, just an announcement, hey, just in case I know you like my stuff, but they're not necessarily going to buy the stuff because they're not ready in their mind. You have to go to somebody right now who need your gift, who need what you put in your book to buy. And a book alone is not enough. That's a strategy. You need to take your book, and that book needs to become a course. And I will teach you how to build framework. When you buy my course, I will give you a one-on-one via Skype if you don't live in Atlanta, where I will teach you the frameworks to how to develop your own course and what equipment that you need. If you don't do this type of things and you don't have a podcast to talk about your book, a weekly video who's talking about your book, so advertising from a video with some value is coming back for your book, you will not sell copies of your book. You will sell a copy when your book come out, and then that's it. You will not sell anymore. And that's why I don't understand people. It's just like, you having a good book doesn't determine that it will be automatic. You will not sell book automatically because you have a good book. People don't buy good book. People buy good marketing. When you see a movie is out, like Transformers come out, you see the amount of money they spend on advertising. You say, oh my God, but I don't have the money. This is why you need faith. Nobody started money. How much money do you think I started with? I mean, Fred knows me. How much money do you think I had before? I start with I don't even have that computer. I started with a computer from the pawn shop. It was cutting off on me. When I started, I didn't even have internet 7 years ago where I was living, because I was going through a transition. I didn't even have internet at home. I used to go to Starbucks, was my office. I was using internet over there for free. I was, oh my God, I have internet for free. I was doing my research and stuff like that. So from one deal, I bought a better computer. From one better computer, I bought a better webcam. A better webcam, I bought equipment. I bought light. Now I got a full TV studio now, a green screen, everything. How long it took me to get that? 7 years. So people say, oh my God, Darcy, I cannot do it. If you have a webcam, I'll show you the webcam. Most of it, I'm not even supposed to tell you to give you the equipment. But tonight, I will give you the minimum equipment that you need to go to the next level. You need what we call a Microsoft HD camera that you can go to Office Depot, who costs $69. You can get it online for $49. Microsoft HD camera. Okay? That's it. That's it. From that, the microphone I'll show you now, see more people are here. The Yeti mic, about $149. The camera is $69. Okay? With taxes, it's like $240, just to round up. So $240 plus the software, Adobe Audition, $300. $540, you got the minimum equipment to start having some decent video. Now, if you want to get a little bit fancy like me and have some stuff that show up on your computer, you need to use Final Cut Pro or for Mac or Camtasia if you have a PC. And Camtasia is $300. So we talk about $840. $840, you will start looking professional. And then I got more stuff and more training stuff I can give you, where you can really start doing more things, like you can do what we call screencasting. So you're teaching now. Remember, teaching is one of the strategy. You teach from your screen and you put your voice into it. Okay? So I've finished for now. I'm going to answer the question. Perfect. I got 26 minutes to answer your questions. But I really want you to understand that. So let me go here. Fred got a lot of questions. Did you get to the number one? I'll talk about the website. If not, if you want more information, post a video what you need. Okay, Fred. How does author generate sales by having the customers pay by shipping and handling for the book? For example, like Tony Robbins, Wanda Bouchard, and on. Perfect. Good question. When you publish your book with a publishing company, now it can be Amazon or another company. Again, you use your own money. So you know what? I want $2,000 I want 2,000 copies of my book. So because you buying your own book, they're gonna give you a discount at $2 a book. So you spend $4,000 and you ask people to give you $7, so you make $5 average on those $2,000 that you invest. So it's $10,000 minus $4,000. They just made $6,000, and because you heard that it's a free book, everybody go buy it, even if they forget about the $7. And because you become New York Times best-selling author between 10 to 2 weeks at the date when your book is released. So now when the day of the book is released, regular people are going to buy it, plus a back order of 2,000 copies. They're supposed to ship it to you. And that's when they move into the list and they become New York Times bestselling author or #1 New York Times bestselling author. That's the only reason why we're doing that. I hope it really helped you. How long does the video need to be in order to promote your book on your website? I mean, the video, welcome video on your website should not be long, 5 minutes or less. You explain what's going on, and in 5 minutes, if you really know what you're doing, you can give a lot of information. In 5 minutes, I can give a mini course in 5 minutes. So you give information about the benefits of your book, why they need to get your book. It's 5 minutes or less on your website, and it should be on the welcome page. As soon as they come to your website, they see a video. My website is down for now. It's another story. I'm dealing with the company and building another one. But you should be able to see that. Another strategy, my website was not connected to my e-store. So even if my website, the laws of the internet, is down now, my e-store on eJunkie is still available. I can still sell my course. One more strategy: never mix your website and your e-commerce store together. If one doesn't have the standard equipment, such as initial 500, are there substitute equipment or software that one can use to get started? Yes, you can use Video Movie Maker, iMovie if you have a Mac, and the computer and the camera from your computer. If you have to go through that, because at the end of the day, it's content. If you're passionate about it and you know your stuff, people listen to you and say, like, this guy knows his stuff, I need to give him a chance. It happened to me. I mean, I have a computer from a parent shop. My first client paid me $500 for 1 hour. With my broke down computer from a parent shop, because when she talked to me, she knew that this guy knew what he was talking about. Don't let that type of stuff, stop you. Okay. Excellent price for information. But Tracy price is expensive. Information is good. Yes, Brandon Bouchard is expensive. Exactly. I'm one of these classes now. YouTube and Facebook. Which one is the best one to start off? Both. Facebook and YouTube. YouTube advertisement, I will not advise people to do YouTube advertisement now at the beginning, because you need to spend a lot of money on YouTube to really reach a lot of people. But on Facebook is the opposite. So do Facebook advertising. Okay, 37 minutes, y'all, before my my course with $100 off. It's usually $197 tonight. Is having a YouTube channel best way to drive traffic to your website or blog? Yes, YouTube and Vimeo too. Don't just use YouTube. Use YouTube, Vimeo, and Wistia. Wistia is WISTIA.com. 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 It's a great company too, because it gives you a professional look, and also you can put clickable link on a video to build your list. You need to have a list. But I forgot to talk about that. You need to build a list. That's the only reason you do that. You're building a list, so you send that information to your list. And people, when you have your list of people, they are your audience and they love what you're doing. It's almost as important as your social media audience. Okay, Amy said that she got everything. Do you have a transcript available of this training so I can get the equipment names? Yes, I have everything is in the course. Amy, when you purchase the course, we get it by Monday, and you will get the list of the equipment and everything inside everything. You will see it. You will have it. We have a list of all the software, all the equipment, and where to get them. I mean, most of them you can get on Amazon. Why not mix your e-commerce and website together? Does it have a separate domain? Please elaborate. No, don't do it. It happened to me before. I have a domain name, 300 Media. Somebody from Germany stored that domain for me from the company I used to use, and so it wasn't together. So you use something like eJunkie, so you create a link for each product, and they don't have the same domain name, so you attach that e-commerce to your website as a clickable link. So they go outside your website to get it, but it's connected to your website. You do the same thing for if you have a book on Amazon or different stuff, just in case, because sometimes you don't renew your card, or you change banks, and when it comes to auto renewal, you can lose your website. It's happening to me right now, but because I know how to build a website, different stuff, I was prepared that I got a domain name who looked like my former domain name. While I'm in dispute to get my domain name, I still have my e-commerce going on and do what I have to do. What are we watching you on now? Also, YouTube originally, this is why I didn't know we were live. Yes, you watch me on Lead Pages. Lead Pages is another tool that I'm talking about in my course with 12 Secret. Lead Pages is what we call a squeeze page or a landing page where I can create unlimited website page for any product I want. That page I can create 10, I can change the color, I can put different stuff. I got the chat with another company because I know a little bit about programming where I can go to that company, pay a certain amount every month as well, $16 a month, and drop that chat under my video and using YouTube because YouTube servers are great. So I can have 1 million people watching me, like President Barack Obama using the same type of system when he's doing this is address. That's part of the strategy of video. Video is live streaming, on-demand content, weekly videos, and of course, your courses. So all that is together, and that's one of the strategy I'm using right now. Live streaming when I engage with your audience is better like that, and you sell more things. Okay. Okay, guys, you have more questions, or do you want me to keep going? So when while you're thinking about your question, let me talk again about the live streaming I'm doing now. Lead pages cost $37 a month. The company I use, Charthall, is $16 a month. So I pay $51 before taxes every month. So like let's say like $52 a month for that. It's to me it's worth it. Again, you need to have what we call operational budget. When you publish a book, you are in business, and most of the time people talk about the profit without talking about expenses. So there's no profit without expenses. Okay, you need to have that. You need to have expenses, and your expenses will help you getting you profit. What I'm doing now, I spend my time with you. I got these free tools for you, but I have to pay $52 a month. Or just one of the tools I have, eJunkie, I'm paying $18 a month for eJunkie. So that it's just going up, and that's my operational budget money. I got more stuff, my overhead. I got a new office downtown that I'm paying a certain amount a month when I do my live videos. I'm going to do a live event in April. So all this type of stuff add up. Just the same way you have a car payment or insurance, regardless of what's going on, you have to pay that every month. So you need to invest in yourself like that, so you have enough. Your structure is strong enough, and you can do what you have to do. Okay. Yeah, asset protection. You are welcome, Fred. So let me know if you have more questions about it. And again, another crazy stat. Every second there's 2 books are published. Every second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. 10 books just being published in the United States. This is crazy. That's why I said you have to be able to interrupt the people and create value, take your time, and to build the interest and the momentum. Okay. Any more questions, guys? We got 15 more minutes. So again, the books, you have to know what you're doing, and now there's something else too. When you start having your book, you have to franchise everything that you have. You have to franchise that. You cannot just let it be just because you have a book. You need to make sure that you have more than enough information. It's very important. So what else do you have? eJunkie, yes. eJunkie is a website you can go right now. Is eJunkie. I believe you bought one of my courses before, Ami. So you remember the website you use, eJunkie? That's what I use. It's eJunkie is the way you spell it. Let me see if I can be with y'all on the chat. Let me join y'all on the chat so I can give you link. Okay, I'm here. I'm about to. Okay, I'll just put the link. I mean, that's really the way you're supposed to do it. And you go there and you spend $18, and there's different things that you need to do. But when you get the course, you have problem, I can help you set it up. When you have the eJunkie, you can really connect it. The eJunkie, they got a storage about 500 MB, and then you can really get more information about it. Okay. So what is important to have your book translated in different languages? Is that a good way to brand your book when you're brand new author in the marketplace? Yeah, of course. There's 60 million people right now, and those stats is like 3 years, 3 years old, who speak Spanish. They want to know. I know you know a lot about finances. They want to fix their credit. They want to do different things. So whatever information that you have is good for somebody who speaks Spanish right now in the United States and outside. Everybody want to learn how to do a budget. You know how to do that. Okay, Fred. So if your book is translated in Spanish, and your book is available in Spanish, and you do different things in Spanish, and you translate your content in Spanish using Google Translate to have even a Spanish page if you have to do that. If you know Paulo Coelho, the guy who wrote The Alchemist, he got pages in different languages worldwide. I believe reaching about 40 million people on Facebook. This is insane. But that's what he's doing. Okay? So you really need to translate your book if you can. At the beginning, is not necessary. First 2 years, if you can, if you don't have the money, try to have an impact in the English market, and then you expand it. All right. So what else? Very important to have. Very, very, very important. So eJunkie again is $18 a month. The one I have. But if you want more space to be able to store your courses or your video, and it go up to 30, 40, sometimes up to $140. But when you have a store, when you think about a retail store, was open worldwide 24/7, what is $100 a month? 140 is like the same way you pay the insurance on your mortgage or your car insurance or health insurance. You don't go to the doctor every day, but you have it. You pay every month from your check, or if you have your business every year, but you pay for it. But people, they don't have a thing about investing in their business so they can go to the next level. Okay? So important for you to have. What is the base price to have your book translated in other languages? It's 12 cents a word, average. It's 12 cents a word average. So you do a math about 50, between 35 and 40, let's say like $40 average a page. So if you have 100 page, $4,000. Okay, so oh my God, but it's like, think about it. Let me just give you a proper example. Robert Kiyosaki, Poor Dad, Rich Dad. He sold 26 million copies, but he translated his book is in 53 languages, so he don't care. So like, I don't care how much it costs. I'm translating the book to maximum people, and the maximum people who knows who I am. That's it. And again, Robert Kiyosaki is the best example. He got a workshop in the United States, in UK, South America, United States, Europe, South America, and Asia every week. You go to his website worldwide, every week he got a workshop somewhere where somebody from his team that is certified from the content that he already published go teach on his topic, and at the end of the presentation bring them to buy something. It's like what I'm doing now. Actually, I'm training a few folks who's going to start selling my product in 2015 with me being there or not. I give them a framework, I give them a PowerPoint. I say, you go there, I'll send you there, you do a presentation at the end. This is my website, and they have to do that. Okay? Exactly, the benefit outweigh the cost. And that's what people need to get. Okay, guys? It's extremely important to have that. So if you have an idea for a book and you have a webcam or you have a camera on your computer, start talking about your book now. Every week I want to see videos talking about your stuff. I mean, I train people, and after a month they drop out of my class. They said, Darcy, it's not you, it's me. It's too hard. Over and over, I got people like that. I said, what? I said, nah, man. I mean, those videos is too hard. I cannot do it, man. I don't have the time. I said, you don't have the time to be successful at your own dream. It's not my dream. How you got paid? You said like the information was good, yes, but you do not want to implement that. Is too hard. So do not underestimate the effort that it will take to do that. You know, tonight I was not feeling well. I still did my webinar. That's why you see me. I got my stuff here. You see me drinking some hot chocolate to make sure that I'm fighting something now. I could cancel it. I said, no, I'm not going to cancel it. So that's the type of mindset you need to have. Regardless of what's going on, you're doing it. That's it, guys, you know. We have to make it happen. We have to really know what's going on and really be able to invest in ourselves. And when you invest in yourself and you're working hard because you believe that what you have to offer is not a if, but a win. Okay? So thank you so much, guys. And that's it. I'm done. We got 8 more minutes. I know there's a delay of 30 seconds just to make sure that everything is great. But thank you so much, guys, for your time on this Saturday night. I'm going to go to church tomorrow. But thank you so much, you know, to hang out with me, guys. And Amy, Fred, and some of the people I don't see their names, and people who are not in the chat but just watching. Thank you so much. And if you purchase the course, talk to you on Monday. If you don't purchase the course, I'll talk to you on my next webinar. And that's it. You do what you have to do. English tea. Yes, guys. All right, then. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Let me close the thing over there.